welcome to Family Quest. My name is HistoryWes. So, what am I doing standing here watching the sun go down next to this bizarre construction of dirt? Well, I've decided I'm going to build an iron farm here, and the first thing I need is a zombie. So the best time to find them is after the sun goes down, especially on this meadow because I don't have anything lit up. As you can see off in the distance there, I've got one of my towers completed. Looks pretty good. Okay, the sun's down. We should start having some spawns around here pretty quick. Don't want any torches around, don't want any light. I'm going to need a... yeah, there's an Enderman. Not what I need. Don't need a creeper either. I'll eventually need 2 zombies. I'm going to try and get one that has at least a helmet, so he will be able to stay out in the sun until I get him covered over with the construction I'm going to build around the iron farm. There we go. There's my guy. That's the one I want. Come on, zombie. Right up this way. Nice armor, everything. And yep, I got other zombies, but I don't want them. I want you. I want you with your nice armor and your helmet. Not you. I don't need the skeletons. He's going to follow me right up. And he's going to be stopped from getting to me by a trapdoor. Makes it too narrow or too short for him to get through. And then I can just dig out from under him, and there he is in his permanent spot. Okay, here I am flying into our villager spawner, villager farm, whatever you want to call it. And I've got to bridge way up across the river and up to the top of the hill here to the meadow so that I can breed up a couple of villagers and send them up to be permanently frightened by our good friend the zombie. Then I'll do it again so I can have 2. I just didn't find a second zombie yet that I wanted, but we'll get him set up soon, and we'll get these villagers in their place as well. This is the worst. Moving villagers is always a pain. I've got to go all this distance, and I've got to start stepping up here like so. Got to get up to the top of this mountain to the meadow, and I got to come back and I got to add rails, and moving villagers is just the worst. Okay, if you've watched the last couple of episodes, or one of the last couple of episodes, you know that I had a couple of villagers down here living in this little space, but they're both gone, and I don't know where they could be. I've not seen a mob down here forever, and I don't think there's any place that they could get caught and die. Maybe. So I'm looking around to see if I can find them anywhere. Could they have walked this far away from their workstations and gone in here? If they did, they could come over here and fall in this hole. But that seems like a long way off. Okay, so here we are flying toward the iron farm, the building of which is still under construction. I decided to use Ray's Works tutorial. It only needed one zombie, and there he is right in the middle, our original guy. And we've got 6 villagers moved up along that bridge causeway over there that I'm going to have to take back down and try and get all of my rails back. You can see it's already producing iron golems, and now we've just got to work on getting this enclosed. I do have enough copper, and I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do on the upper half. I think it'll be white, kind of a two-door-esque building. Yeah, I've already got a little bit of the wall done, and the bottom is, of course, deep slate. As I'm working on this, I originally decided that down there by where the breeder is for the villagers was going to be my industrial district, but I decided to move the iron farm up here because it was going to be small enough that I could enclose. Looking off there in the distance, you can see my completed tower, and I had originally planted a lot of leaves around to act as vines and bushes, but I ended up deciding just to use real vines. I think it looks okay. And I should be safe here. Shouldn't be able to spawn anything in around me except way down on the ground. I'm high enough that it won't be bothered. And we are getting some drops already of iron. And personally, I like building with the shiny iron and then letting it corrode at its own pace. Kind of add a little history to your builds, so you can see how long they are, how far how long ago you finished them, how far everything's progressed. You can see on my original round tower over there that everything has gotten pretty green on as far as the copper roofing, and it'll be a while before all of this oxidizes, although you can see a few pieces are already starting to turn their first shade. Okay, the iron farm is pretty much done, so we're going to start work on another farm. This one will go down in the industrial district, which is across the river here, and where we have our villager breeder and our trading hall. We are going to have a wool factory. And here are our sheep. It's worth noting that it's been 6 months since the last Minecraft update, and that means it's been 6 months since we started this base. And we still have a lot of work to do, but that's fine because this was designed to be a 2-year project. And I think one of the first things you need is a steady source of wool for a lot of reasons. So we've got our first module here, and we're going to catch our white sheep and we're going to put him in there. And unfortunately, I'm experiencing a huge amount of lag, and have been for the past week since school ended. It hasn't been this bad since we were all on distance learning and all the kids were on their home internet systems. Now that school is out and it's too hot here in the Mojave Desert to go outside and do anything, everybody's inside on their computers and other devices, and it is just abysmally slow and choppy. Yeah, if you look at how the animals are moving, they move in little fits and starts. So, alright, what did I do wrong? Oh, I know. The repeaters need to be reversed. That one there, and the other one too. And then it should automatically shear the sheep. There we go. Jump. So we just got to build a series of modules like this across. I've already got the hoppers underneath the ground and the hopper minecarts to catch the drops. I'm not sure where the design for this sheep system came from. I've seen Vintage Beef build it on Hermitcraft recently, and I'm sure it's been on the internet some number of times before that. If anybody knows the origin of this, who the original creator was, leave me a note in the comments. As I mentioned before, the iron farm design that I used was from Rayworks, so I'll leave a description in the or a link in the description for that, and I'd like to do that here too. But this is pretty easy. Once you build one, you just gotta copy it over again. 9 dirts, 8 glass, and then the next row 7 glass and 1 dirt, 6 glass and 1 dirt, and a dispenser, and your redstone in. It gets to pretty easy. Okay, we want to breed up the sheep so that we've got plenty of them. Can we get it? Here we go. We're going to have plenty. We've got about 21 modules, I believe. And there are, what, 18 colors? I don't know if that includes white or not. Okay, now we just gotta get our colors out of our dye box and get them all dyed. We've got brown, or we've got black and dark gray and light gray already. And I did a blue. Here's a green, light blue, lime, you can be magenta. We'll get them all colored up here. Okay, so we've got all of the sheep into the modules, I think. Now it's just a matter of building around them. We're using spruce logs as pillars, and I think I want to use the kind of an industrial form for the building. I'm just going to eyeball it. I have an idea of what I want, although I haven't really decided on a roof yet. Okay, now that I've got the posts or pillars or structural buildings almost done here, I'll start laying the material for the walls, which will be deep slate. I've created interior floors of cobblestone slabs between the modules, which will make it spawn proof, in addition to which I'll light it up inside. So we'll go about 5 or 6 tall with these blocks, and there'll be some textured differentiation with some polished deep slate. Okay, now above the deep slate we are going to have some dyed terracotta. I believe this is light blue. It's hard to tell without actually reading it, because terracotta, as you know, doesn't make the same colors as everything else, because it blends with the already kind of reddish tone of terracotta. But I believe this is light blue terracotta, and we're going to build it up the rest of the way to the top of the spruce logs there. Okay, now that we've got that done, we are going to finish the building by putting the roof on, and that will be slabbed, polished deep slate, and that will prevent spawning, because mobs won't spawn on a slab, at least when it's in the lower half of the block. And you can see we have kind of a raised area in the middle that's going to be have glass windows on either side. That will provide a little light, but as you can see, it's getting dark down inside there, so I'm going to have some artificial lighting added. And that artificial lighting that we are adding is we're just placing a sea lantern on top of each of the modules. This is our collection system down at the end. And here you can see what the center section of the roof is going to be like. There'll be windows on either side, 2 high windows. And then there'll be another slab on top of those, so it will still remain non-spawnable. There we are, yep. Get this side done, finish the other side, and it will be all finished.
Okay, so here we are in the underground. Let's go up and take a look at our new buildings. Now that they're completed. First of all, here's our iron farm. My light drawn. The tower looks good with the vines on. Here we are. There's our zombie, still going at it. Still scaring villagers. although they're not acting too terribly scared at the moment. I also built off camera this clock tower, which I kind of like, although there's nothing inside, so it's just a hollow shell at the moment. I still think it looks pretty good. It's always 3 o'clock. And let's head down to the wool farm across the river here at the industrial district, and there it is right there. I think it matches up with the village trading hall pretty nicely. This particular sheep, I notice, stops being sheared occasionally. It might be that there we are. I need to get more shears in here, in all of these. And down here, we've got our output, which I just emptied. Anyway, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this episode. We've got a couple of things done here around the base, and our next episode will be with the wild update, which comes out in just 2 days. So, as always, keep on Minecrafting.